Hello, this is Tola from Trifield Productions with another Blender quick tip. And in this quick tip, I'm going to show you how you can apply like glowing effects, lightning, so on and so forth, in terms of like an aura around an object in Blender fairly easily by using the Aura FX asset pack. Let me see, let's pull out the prices here. Well, the price is $17.50 for the pack. For what it can do, it does quite a bit. It runs in Blender 4.2 all the way up to 4.5, and only runs or works in Eevee, doesn't work in cycles at all. I'm using 4.4 for the tutorial myself, but I'll show you guys how to install it because it's an asset library, not an add-on itself. So once you download the link below the video, the zip folder that I'll provide the link below the video for, you unzip it, and I've done that myself. It's right here, and we'll go through the installation process together so you can see how it's done. So I'm going to left click, right click, copy, and then I'm going to go to Edit, Preferences, click on the plus sign, left click, Control V to paste that, double click, Add Asset Library, and it's right there. Now I'm going to click on the burger widget to save the preferences just in case, just to make sure it's in Blender. And then I'm going to exit out of that, divide my window up. Once this turns to a hot crosshairs, left click and drag this over. Left click on that icon right there, click on Asset Browser, and then just click on Aura FX Pack version 1. And it's there you go. Now, some of the presets, because they're all just presets, some of them come in the collection and some of them don't. This icon is a little like boxer. That means that this is a collection, and this here means that this is not a collection. And there's just a difference between how the parameters are set up per different icon selection. So I'm just going to go through just one of each, one for the collection, one for not, because it's all pretty much the same. But let's go to, let's see which one will we do first. Let's go to Aura Glistering. So with this collection, left click and drag it in and let go, and there we go. Now you have to keep in mind with Blender, like I've mentioned before, once there's a checkbox, whatever you drag into the viewport, that means you can't edit this. But in order to edit this, just left click on this to uncheck the instance, and then you can edit the parameters. They'll show in the side panel there. And let's change the way our world looks here, because this right now it's just kind of a grayish color. We're going to click on the world icon there, left click in that color tab and pull this out and make it a little bit darker. And we're going to keep it in Eevee so it looks fine. Let's scroll up here and change the way this looks. Left click on that icon there to change the viewport, and we press play on our keyboard. Let's turn that off. You can see that there's the little stars coming out of Suzanne, and that's how you import the effects into your viewport. But to apply it to any model in Blender, let's turn this back on. You have to go to the modifiers tab. Now you can see that right now the emitter option is coming from Suzanne. But if you wanted to come from a model in Blender, let's say this is your model, a person or a sword or a ball or something along those lines, you just click on that, click on the eyedropper, and then click on your model that you want the effect to be applied to. And when you press play, let's turn that off. You can see that's coming from our cube. Now the strange thing about this add-on is it just works with size for some reason. Because right now the size of the emissions coming out of our cube here are coming out kind of slow. We wanted to come out, pretty much in real time so we can see how it looks, or how we look at in the end result. So with the effect selected, press S from the keyboard. I'm going to type in 5 to make it bigger. enter, go back to the beginning, and then watch the frames per second at the top. Press play. Now it's faster. I don't know why that is, but that's just pretty much how it works. I mean, it's strange, but that's just how this works. So you can change with this. You can change the age, the density. You can make it more. Bump this up to 14, twice as much. You can change the noise scale, the spread, so on and so forth. I can change the star settings, make the stars bigger. Probably bump this up to 8, make those bigger. Change the angle, change the scale on the x-axis or on the y-axis. Change the look of it. It can adjust the hue. You have a color tab here. Click on that and you can turn it to green or blue. If you don't see the effects there, you have to just go back to the beginning and then press play. And the effects should appear. But for this part of it to appear, you have to click on point lights. And now you can see that there's some blue on the stars. So yeah, this is pretty straightforward when it comes to adjusting the parameters. Now let's check out the one that is not a collection to see how that works. And one thing that's good about this is that when you have your object animated, you can still apply the effect that we just applied, the way we applied it. You can still apply it to your model. But you have to animate your model first. If your model is running or jumping, make sure that that's applied first, and then you apply the effect, and then the aura effect will follow or stick to your model. Just keep that in mind. Let's check out the one that's not a collection. Let's start off with a new window. General, don't save. Let's divide this up once again. Asset browser, excuse me. Let's go to that pack. And now with this, we're gonna do the circles. Left click and drag this in. And once again, bring it into Xan. With this, you don't have to worry about the instance aspect of it because this is not a collection. It's just a single model with the effect applied to it. So I'm gonna click on the eye wrench there. Modifier tab. Once again, click on the emitter option, delete that, click on the eyedropper, then click on your model that you want the effect to be applied to. Once again, you have to scale this up. If you play right now, it's really slow. So if we scale it up, let's press S5 again, enter, and we press play. Now it moves at the right rates, which is once again strange, but that's how the add-on works or the asset library works. And let's see how this looks. Let's make this a little bit darker and turn it to Eevee for our viewport there, and then press play. See how this looks. We have this aura around our cube or our model here, and you can still change the settings here. The seed, you can't change the color, so to speak. You can't change the color. Here it is. It doesn't have a color tab, so to speak, but you can change the hue of it by changing this parameter here. See, that's a purple color, greenish, yellowish, so on and so forth. So it's a pretty straightforward add-on, and this is just an introduction to the add-on because with some of these parameters, they have more options to them, like the all electricity. You can have the lightning strike different models in your scene, but that's a little bit more things you have to do to it to get it to actually set up right, so to speak. But this is just an intro to the Aura FX asset pack, and it does a really good job of applying these auras to your models, and it saves you time because if you were to do this on your own, it would take time, a lot of time, and most of the time you wouldn't really get it right. But with this add-on or this asset pack, it's just pretty much plug and play, and you're set to go. So yeah, so you guys can download it for yourself and try it out and give it a walkthrough. And that's today's Blender quick tip, the Aura FX asset library or asset pack. Hopefully you guys can download yourself and check it out and enjoy it like I am. And once again, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. All right, adios.